So let me just pause here for those of you who are new and just tell you what in the world that was for a moment. And all of you, those of you who know a lot, can just use this as a little refresher. So an initiation simply means that you're ready for a step up spiritually, and that you've just stepped up. And you'll often hear me say that I've been studying them intensely for most of my life, and that I see them in every single culture. No matter where I've gone in the world, they use a different word for it, but when I feel it, it's the same thing. Whether I'm, dancing around a fire in Brazil with the shaman has, a drum and feathers in his hair, or I'm with the Christians, in South Texas. And they're speaking in tongues. It's the same experience. It's the same energy. And every esoteric religion talks about them, whether you're Hindu or Buddhist or Jewish or Islamic or Christian or American Indian or any ethnic group. They all have recorded these kinds of experiences. And in the East, of course, one of the most common ways of describing it is Kundalini. A Kundalini arising, coming up from the base of the spine. In Western culture, it's called an initiation. And since I originally started with the West, that's the name I'm most comfortable with. But it's all the same stuff. And the first time I ever saw one, I was actually in a church setting. And there was a minister working up front, and I was way in the back of the room. And all of a sudden, this lady started to kind of waver and whatnot, and I turned to the person next to me, and I could feel it. I said, "What is going on?" And she said to me, "It's an initiation." So I started reading about them and studying them, and I didn't know why. Well, it was because it's my field. So if you're fascinated by something, ask yourself, is that what I'm going to end up doing? If you've always been fascinated by some topic or some subject, it may be because you did it before. You have an ability buried in you that you're not aware of. And one of my jobs is to help you develop whatever your secret talents are, your secret gifts, your as yet expressed abilities. They're buried in your cellular memory. They're very strong, and they're really dying to come out. And that's one of the things that attracts you to a place like this and a weekend like this, is that you have a conscious or unconscious sense that there's a piece of you that you're trying to birth, and that here's the place to do it.